What's going on, guys? Today we got some big games between Int Laners and WWM. I am your host with the most, Joesph Camry, and we are visited today by a high elo, big-brained co-host, Shan. Shan, would you like to give a little introduction about yourself?
Hey guys, I'm the mid laner for TRN. My name's Alex. IGN is Brain Kaboom. I'm Diamond, so I'm hoping to give y'all some informative commentary.
Looks like WWM is copying the TRN.
Yep, they're going for the bot lane invade. Looks like they have Blitzcrank, so they want to go in. As we know, Blitzcrank does have the Q ability, which would allow them to pull somebody for an early first blood kill. Looks like they're looking to take a bit more space in the jungle, but the blue team is not letting them.
Aurelia is still top lane, even though there's 5 of the enemy team in the red.
Right,
jungle.
they land the hook, which is time to go. They hit the stun, and it looks like it's first blood for the red team.
And one thing I like to bring up for the crowd is that Int Laners did not ban a single champion. I thought it was a glitch in the spectator view, but it wasn't. They banned 0 champions because they said to WWM, even though WWM is the second best team overall, we do not care. And I respect that.
Yeah, so each team is given 5 bans in the champion select phase, and it's curious that they didn't ban a single champion because WWM is the second rated team in the entire tournament. So it looks like they're feeling a bit confident heading into the game, but they're not off to a great start. They're off to a 500 gold disadvantage.
A level 2 gank bot. MF looking like she is already dead.
Yep. Adrian's going to go down here. It looks like Adrian's getting pulled by the Blitzcrank, and that is an early first blood. Now, I want to bring to the attention for all the viewers the playing style of these two teams. So, on the red side, we have WWM, and you'll notice throughout all of their games, they seem to be sending their jungler, the roaming player, to the bot side of the map. What they aim to do with that is to get their 80 carry player with the most gold in the game, so it sets him up to carry the entire game. You can compare that to a game like basketball, where you have your best players like Steph Curry. You're always going to pass them the ball. Same thing for League. They're giving the ball to Grand Entrance.
Another interesting thing is WWM actually swap lanes. Maybe a way to BM Int Laners, as Grand Entrance is normally some other lane. I do not know which, but Flickedd is normally the bot lane.
Flickedd is going in for an aggressive trade against KeithEnder here in the top lane. Looks like he's going to win that trade pretty hard.
Can Flickedd play more than a point and click 80 carry? Well, we'll see. Ribbon does take a high amount of skill, so if he can play this correctly, that is quite impressive.
Now, it looks like they're pushing it in. Let's talk about the jungle pathing right now, Joseph. So we can see that Dr. Mundo is almost done with his wolves, and it looks like Fiddlesticks is heading towards topside, which is setting them up for a topside clash. Who do you think is going to win the 2 versus 2 in the top lane?
I would have to give it to WWM simply due to Nutella's level advantage, as he has more camp stun than Dr. Mundo.
I see.
But it looks like Nutella is going for the crab, which is smart.
Oh, and it looks like there's a solo kill in the top lane coming out of Flickedd. And the best thing about this is that KeithEnder took Ignite, which is a fatal mistake for his laning, because what we will see now is that when we head over to the top side of the map, we see that Flickedd is currently pushing the minion wave into the tower, and these minions are going to die, locking KeithEnder out of all of the golden EXP that he would otherwise get from this wave. That's good wave manipulation from Flickedd.
You do not see a Fiddlesticks evade like this. You might actually lose this, even with this high level comp.
We're seeing VirusTime taking a big solo kill onto NutellaAnWillump. That is a fatal mistake from the Fiddlesticks player. Fiddlesticks is
it does a lot of damage early.
That's a fatal mistake. We all know that Fiddlesticks is a very weak champion in the early stages of the game and primarily wants to play it safe. The opposite goes for Dr. Mundo, but it looks like NutellaAnWillump gets a little bit cocky on the invade.
And I agree with that statement, as I have over 2 games played in Rank Flex of Fiddlesticks. Grand Entrance lit. That's 2 autos. Hey.
Oh, that's a solo kill in the bot lane, and they're going in with a re-engage with a Blitzcrank hook. It does not look like they can follow up though.
Twitch already 3-0 at 5 minutes. Dr. Mundo asking if they can FF early. No, you can't. You still have to wait till 15. Unless someone AFKs.
Now, it looks like the Blitzcrank player, VOiDSTACK over here, is going to look for a re-engage onto the Senna under tower because Twitch is extremely fed right now and Senna is currently alone. If Blitzcrank can land a pull on her, that's a free kill.
Looks like she's going... No, she stopped the recall.
She stopped the recall because Mundo is working down. It looks like the NutellaAnWillump is trying to bait VOiDSTACK and Grand Entrance into diving her under tower.
And Meth will not be there in time if Dr. Mundo goes now. Let's see his choice here.
Now we can see Flickedd is 2 levels ahead in the top lane. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier with that wave manipulation. This is the consequence. We see that he is a whole 2 levels ahead, which places a great deal of pressure on KeithEnder not to die. And now it looks like Flickedd is going to punish him for losing all of that EXP. He's going in for a solo kill, and it looks like he's going to get it. And there's the solo kill. This is a commanding lead coming out of WWM, and he lands the Blitzcrank hook from VOiDSTACK. Grand Entrance is going in. Adrian pops the heal. He's trying to get out, but it doesn't look like he's going to make it. The TheNoobOfDreams is trying to kite out the entire thing. Adrian goes back in for some reason and dies.
Adrian had a lot of...
Oh, VirusTime is going in for the gank. It looks like... Oh, and the blue side TP coming down from redninjakill. He's going to chase. He gets the kill on Blitzcrank, and it's going down on Twitch. Grand Entrance is being left alone. And it looks like he's going to take down VirusTime.
And it seems that Int Laners at 7 minutes are already tilted out of their minds. Very rash play by them.
Now let's take a look at the scoreboard really quick. Now we can see that on the side of Int Laners, they are living up to their names. They're getting absolutely destroyed right now by the other team. Now we can see that currently Nico in the mid lane is actually winning against the Malphite player. But the thing about this game is that it's a team game. So even though that we can see the mid lane is completely even, the rest of the map is going horribly for Int Laners. And it's looking like the game is almost already over.
You know, I say never, except for this game, because it is most definitely over for Int Laners.
You don't think they can mount a comeback?
They're a little too cocky. What was that?
You don't think that they can mount a comeback?
Most definitely not this game, as Twitch, Riven, Fiddlesticks are all highly scaling champions, which means that in the later the game goes, and the more gold these champions collect, the more items that they can buy, which will help their abilities do exponentially increasing amounts of damage, and it'll just simply be over for Int Laners.
Right, this is where they're supposed to be developing their lead on the side of Int Laners in the early game, because they will lose if this game goes to about 20 or 30 minutes. Unfortunately, they have already lost in the early to mid game, which makes it look like they have no chance of winning. Now, Fiddlesticks is going in on the Dr. Mundo. He flashes to chase. It doesn't look like he's going to get it, but he actually does on the last tick of his ult. Twitch is going in for a solo kill on the bot lane. It looks like he's not going to get anything here. Although Fiddlesticks is coming back, she's on 1 HP. He landed the hook, and VOiDSTACK lands the hook onto Adrian's MF, and it looks like Adrian's going down for a double kill for Grand Entrance, and that looks to be the entire game sealed in favor of WWM. Now WWM is diving top lane. KeithEnder is still 2 levels down against Flick, and it looks like with the Malphite coming in, that is all she wrote.
You know, that was a nice try, but... Looks like Twitch is going for the AP build. Thought they nerfed that. Guess it doesn't matter this game.
Now, comparing from what we've seen with WWM from previous games, do you think that this lineup is looking better? They've placed Grand Entrance instead of, I believe, their mid laner into the bot lane role, and Flick is now in the top lane.
Yeah, it's really interesting, as normally, for Flick to get ahead as the bot lane member, he has to get constantly ganked and ganked and ganked and ganked again. But it seems that Grand Entrance with VOiDSTACK can mount a huge lead without help. So this may be the new lineup. Very interesting.
Now it looks like they're going in for another invisible gank. You can see that the Twitch player, Grand Entrance, can go invisible whenever he wants. And unless Adrian and the NutellaAnWillump are being careful, they will get attacked. And it looks like they're going to get caught here by the Malphite player. He's going in. He gets exhausted under tower. Adrian turns around with the ult. Nobody dies.
Looks like Dr. Mina wants to go in for a gank here. Misses the Q.
He's getting attacked by Twitch. Blitzcrank misses the hook. Adrian goes in for the Q. Now it looks like Flickedd is going in for an all-in onto KeithEnder. He pops the ult, he throws out the ult, and it looks like that's another solo kill for WWM.
Wow.
They have mounted a 6,000 gold lead within 11 minutes. This is an extremely commanding lead right now, and it looks like Grand Entrance could try to push it a little bit further. He lands the E, lands the R on the autos, and it looks like they want more. Grand Entrance is going to take down Adrian right there. And the NutellaAnWillump should not stick around, even though it looks like he wants to. It looks like Grand Entrance goes back in. It looks like the NutellaAnWillump has no idea. He's just lost right now.
They're currently proxying at 11 minutes for the tier 2 tower. That is impressive.
Joesph, would you like to explain what proxying means?
Proxying is basically taking the minions before they even pass by the enemy's turrets, which means that your own minions keep on hitting the turret. And the great thing about proxying is, once you clear that wave, you can hide in the bush right next to the turret and kill the enemy laners again and again. It's a great time.
Now it looks like Flickedd is going in for a gank onto the Nico. The Nico has no map awareness on this. She cannot see the gank coming, and it looks like she's going to make it out with a wonderful flash ult.
Riven main without play.
Flickedd misses a crucial Q onto the mid laner Nico. And it looks like Flickedd is now noticing that he was indeed outplayed. Oh, and it looks like Adrian gets taken down again by the AP Twitch build.
And if you notice, when Twitch got the kill, it said plus 112 coin symbol. This means that Adrian Lee has been killed so many times in a row without getting a kill himself that he is only worth 1/3 of a normal player's bounty, essentially. It shows that he's not doing too hot right now, but that can always change next game.
Now it looks like VirusTime is going in onto Grand Entrance on the Twitch, but he gets pulled back because at this point in the game, Grand Entrance has just too many items, too much gold. He's too strong, he's too fast for the other team to do anything.
And met with an ult that did some amount of damage.
Oh, they land the hook onto the center. The NutellaAnWillump is completely gone. The Grand Entrance picks up another kill in the game. Now it looks like Flickedd is going to go in here. Grand Entrance is actually going for a sneak attack. He is spotted by the tower. Can Adrian turn it around? He cannot. No, Adrian might die to the poison. Adrian, in fact, does die to the poison from Twitch.
Well, it seems like Int Laners now knows which champions to ban for the next game, which is a positive thing.
It looks like Adrian was just putting on his best, you know, Europe in the medieval times impression, where he dies to disease from rats.
Good one.
Now it's looking like
going for the hook under turret.
Yes, he's going for it. VOiDSTACK is looking for the kill here. It looks like he's gonna go for it. Can qqqtwo dodge it? He does not dodge it, and he dies to the Blitzcrank hook. Flickedd is going to go in for a trade here. He has the Gore Drinker. He pops it on KeithEnder. He is now 4 levels above him. He can basically dive him whenever he wants. But it looks like we're going to see Grand Entrance going here for a kill onto VirusTime with the invisibility. VOiDSTACK is going to come in and land the hook. Unless he does not. He does not. VOiDSTACK must be lagging. Now we're gonna see that Malphite is taking the blue buff here. What do you think about that? Should he give it to the Fiddlesticks, who is the jungler who traditionally takes this buff?
As a jungle main myself, I would say yes. I advocate for the civil rights for all jungle mains, for their blue buffs to remain with them, as they work very hard to gank for all the laners, and I think that they deserve, at the end of the day, a nice blue buff so they can have mana for a fight.
Now it looks like Flickedd is trying to chase down KeithEnder here, but I don't think he's fast enough to catch him, unless KeithEnder does not throw out the E to stop him, and it looks like he's going to pick up the kill there. Now, it looks like the bot lane is getting absolutely destroyed out here. Once again, we're going to see Adrian go down. The question is, can the Senna, the NutellaAnWillump survive? It looks like he's going to get out. He dodges the flash ults from redninjakill, but he cannot follow the E. Now, it looks like Flickedd is going to keep up the pressure onto the blue team here by going onto VirusTime. He has the auto attack resets, and he's going to get the kill.
Should we be informing Int Laners that they can now... Oh, and we see the FF at 15.
We see the forfeit at 16 minutes within the game. That's going to wrap it up for the first game. We'll catch you in game 2. See if Int Laners can turn it around.
A quick quote from VirusTime, aka Dr. Mean. He said, "We let you have that." He may need to take some grammar lessons. Online school might not be working out too well for him, but that is some crazy BM coming from the jungler.